Alright, what the fuck is up, YouTube? And we got a new Spiral Abyss. We're currently rocking without the face cam today because I was in a rush making this video. And in addition to that, I'm going to be making another run at the Abyss once the Hu Tao rerun comes out and the Yelan rerun. I'm going to be pulling for both of them. I'm going to stream it. I don't know if I'll stream it on Twitch or a different channel, but I don't really know about streaming on this channel. I don't know. I feel like I should make a different one. But that's besides the point. We are going to be making another attempt, and I'm going to be uploading my pulls, my Hu Tao and Yelan rerun pulls. I'm going to combine them into one, like, kind of nice little video, probably, I think. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. And yeah, so this one took me quite a while to clear, and there's a couple notes you might want to take on this, because the first half you definitely want a good single target, be that Hu Tao, Raiden, Yoimiya, just somebody who's good at doing a lot of damage to singular targets, because it's a lot of big ass bosses that have a lot of HP and stuff. You just need to take down with a heavy hitter. And then on the second half, you're really gonna need a crowd control, preferably like Kazuha, because, and you'll see why, but crowd control is huge in the second half. Just an absolutely fucked crowd control character that can, you know, swirling is hugely important. I'm pretty sure that's the majority of people that crowd control, so there is that. But yeah, you'll see right here, boom, 3 different elements of the wop flowers, the wop flower things. And so you'll definitely, I'm pretty sure that you can also go into a corner instead of just like taking these on like a fucking dumbass like I did. Like go into, like, you know, there's also no corners in a circle, but like the edge of the circle, the edge of the ring, and they should follow you over there and you can go ham on them. But I was just like, fuck that. I'm just gonna take these things all on because I want to swirl all of their elements into each other. And that's what you want to do with these things too. Kazuha should be able to just break their shield almost instantly, kind of like you saw there. Sucrose I haven't tried, and I imagine Venti would be just fine. Sucrose, it could be kind of complicated without using her burst, because her skill is kind of like a close proximity crowd control swirl type of thing, and I don't know if it'll reach far enough in the little distance those things are apart. And then you have 4 more of these Eremite bosses that you also kind of want to crowd control, get grouped up in one place, because they actually have a pretty solid amount of health for the characters of their size. So yeah, crowd control is fucking huge. And if you can freeze them, I bet freeze comp goes absolutely crazy on this second half. That was what I was about to try if I didn't get it with Raiden. I really wanted to use Raiden though, because you're gonna need, okay, shielding is a huge thing. I forgot to mention that right away. I should probably put a disclaimer at the beginning, but shielding is huge because these bosses, this Phoenix right here, and then the I think it's actually a Vulture, but the Vulture and the Scorpion, they do a shit ton of damage. Like a lot, so using a shield would be preferable. Healers are cool, but these things can one-shot, so what's a healer gonna do when you're already dead? Unless you got like C6 Kiki or something, whatever constellation lets her revive a character, but I don't know how the fuck that works. I just know that these things are pretty difficult, and you can disable them. As you can see right there, I'll put instructions on the screen on how to disable them exactly. I just kind of did it by chance. I just jumped in here, just guns a-blazing, and honestly probably wasn't really good for the mental health or whatever the fuck they call it. But, you know, we did it. Here we are with this video. And I don't know if this thing has a decreased vulnerability to pyro damage. It would make sense, but my Hu Tao is not doing very much damage against it at all. So I think that would have something to do with it. So just know that going into it, I struggled with the pyro damage against the Vulture. Either that or it just has like a shit ton of health. And then you got 3 Magu Kenkai. This is the most important part for the shield right here, because these things just do so much damage. So shielding is pretty much a essential part unless you like have stamina and the skill to dodge every single fucking one of those big ass charge slashes of the Magu Kenkais. But yeah, first half, single target. That's huge. Single target and shield. And then second half, crowd control and shield. Just remember that. Those are the biggest key components to this Abyss. And first half, you may want to have an Electro character. I didn't use it because I was pretty confident in my Hu Tao build, but the last boss, the first boss on the last chamber is the Guardian of the Desert King or whatever. That little pyramid robot shit that you have to like use Electro to speed up the process or whatever. So yeah, I did not use the Electro character, but you might want to potentially, because it'll go a lot smoother for you, and it's a hard second half too in my opinion. I struggled. But if you are not going to use an Electro character, there are some things you can do to still speed up killing this thing. And that is, when this thing goes invisible, you can still hit it. And you don't do much damage, but you can generate energy particles, as you'll be able to see. You can see it floating over there because it's on fire. It's a little charred from Hu Tao's blood blossom or whatever. And you can see that. So here I'm hitting it with Jingling still, or I'm Jingqiu, and getting some energy particles, and I'm able to still go ham even though I didn't use the Electro character, or maybe not so much ham, but I am doing damage to it. And if you just keep cycling through these things, I'm pretty sure you only need to take out one of these things to get to the next phase, which is the Electro damage phase. These little things that spin on the ground, sometimes they look different than that. But I just used Hu Tao's skill and it damaged him a lot quicker, and then amongst other things. And then I just get my energy particles during the Electro phase instead of doing Electro damage, and then just boom, just start attacking the shit out of this little thing. And there we go, on the other side. This part was probably the hardest part for me in this Abyss, getting this done in this amount of time, because these things have a stifling amount of health. And you need to kill 3 more of these things that will not group up, I swear, no matter what I tried. Kazuha didn't group them up. It's not like they followed me. Like, they just stood their distance, like they had a restraining order on me or some shit. But I was able to take him down, otherwise I wouldn't be presenting to you this video. And how I did that, I just tried to just panic cycle through all my characters, just spamming as much shit. So if that works, you know, a well-devised game plan could definitely take these things out with ease. You know, like, you got your rotations down. They all summon like these different animals, and I was just like, fuck. So I just went ham, and you'll watch the clock slowly start to run out. This one's a buzzer beater, probably the craziest buzzer beater I've ever had in the Spiral Abyss. Killing the animals does actually stun them, and I think shreds their shield a little bit, these Eremite women. And then yeah, here we go. Watch the clock count down, and boom. That's all she wrote. In the nick of time too. But yeah, that part took me probably like an hour. That was not fun. It was alright, but here we got the builds. You're about to see this build change once I get the Staff of Homa. I will be updating my Hu Tao build. I don't know if you guys have seen the Emblem of Severed Fate Jinkyu yet, which I've started to run because I needed more energy recharge and honestly better artifacts than my Noblest was like dealing out. And then I put the Noblest pieces on Mona, so she's kind of just buffing Hu Tao right now. I don't know if I should replace Mona or Jinkyu when I get Yelan in my Hu Tao team. I could make my own team for Yelan, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm really feeling like doing this double Hydra with Yelan and Hu Tao. I think that's an optimal situation. And then you got the Raiden team. This isn't like a usual Raiden team for me, having Zhang Li instead of Bennett, but I needed the shield, that's for damn sure. And I couldn't take out Jingling because I got her C5 now, and you know, C5 Jingling is just too good not to use. And I think I've built her pretty well. I got 200 energy recharge on her and quite a bit of elemental mastery. I can't really remember exactly how much. Let me see if I show it. 343. So that's pretty solid. I got like a 1-to-2 ratio. You know, it's alright. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was pretty brief, but you'll be seeing plenty more soon, so I'll catch you guys later.